Okay, in this video, I'd like to explain this diagram that you see here. This diagram shows exactly how your consciousness operates. It also shows how Tesla's scalar operates too, because they're one and the same. They're using the same thing, dielectricity. Dielectricity is faster than electromagnetism. It's faster than 186,000 miles per second. It's the torsion field. Your thoughts are able to emulate from the center and reach out and touch any one of these points in time and space almost instantaneously due to the torsion field. I'll explain more how this is all happening. Let's get started. Okay, the Greeks had these two words, holos and chronos. Chronos just means time. Holos means whole or entire. This is where you get the word holographic, because everything is a holographic projection emulating from the holos, from the center of that six-pointed flower of life. Everything is projecting, just like a movie projector, out into visible light and 3D reality from the center, from the holos. It's working no different than how this ring magnet operates. At the center of this ring magnet, at the holos, there is 0G, 0 Gauss, 0 magnetism, 0 time, 0 space, 0 frequency, 0 matter. Because it's pure dielectricity, it's pure ether, it's counter space, it's a black hole. On the outside of this magnet is where all the magnetism is. This is where all your visible light would be. This is where matter would be. This is where time, space, frequency, and visible light would be. So these two conditions are always happening in this magnet, to where you have these two spins going on. You have a spin to the right and a spin to the left using the Fibonacci. This is what I'm talking about. At the center of every magnet, it's complete dielectricity. It's complete rest, complete zero. It's just like at the center of the earth. If you took that magnet and put it right here at the axle of the earth, the same thing is going on because the earth is a giant magnet. At the center of the earth, there is 0G, 0 time, 0 Gauss, 0 magnetism, because it's complete dielectricity. On the outside is where all the magnetism is. Same thing that's going on in the ring magnet. So when you have an axle at the center, just like at the center of the earth, where all the dielectricity is, just like at the center of the magnet, there's no time, no space, no electromagnetism, no wave component, because it's complete dielectricity. When you have rotation occurring to the right, clockwise, you're doing this. You're putting that tetrahedron into rotation, creating visible light and matter. The tetrahedron sits at the axle, at the 0 point. Here's your axle. It doesn't move. It starts spinning to the right. What it's doing is 1.618 Fibonacci clockwise spiral, producing matter. As the frequency increases, the more solid it gets. Now, do the opposite and spin that tetrahedron to the left, you are decreasing, dematerializing, because you're spinning counterclockwise towards counter space. You're doing this, you're 0.6180 going to the left. You're now creating antimatter, anti-light, dielectricity. So these two conditions are always happening, like I said, inside of that magnet. So if you take this magnet and place it at the holos, just like that, this is what's going on. Is your conscious thoughts are able to project from the holos and reach out and touch any one of these points in time and space near instantaneously, because you are using dielectricity or ether that has no wave component, it has no frequency, it's like DC, as to where space, which has frequency, which has a wave component like AC, and can only operate at 186,000 miles per second has. There's always this zero point, or this plane of inertia in between, this event horizon. So when rotation occurs is when your time begins. Okay, so you would start at a 0 point that's at rest at the axle. When your rotation occurs, you start chronos, you start time, you start space, you enter the light spectrum of visible light. You have frequency, magnetism, matter. Okay, and then when you spin to the left toward counter space, counterclockwise, you're entering dielectricity. Once you pass that 0, you're entering no time, no space, no magnetism, no matter, no frequency, pure dielectricity, just like what's at the center of the earth. Same thing that's at the center of the magnet. Same thing that's at the center of the universe or your galaxy, a giant black hole. The magnetism is always on the outside. This is where the visible matter is able to bind together due to the magnetism. It binds the subatomic hydrogen together. So it's all about increasing frequency in order to obtain matter, decreasing frequency to dematerialize, and having that rest or that 0 point, which operates outside of time and outside of space. That's where your consciousness is coming from, because your consciousness is the torsion field. It is faster than light. It's faster than electromagnetism because it has no wave component. It is Tesla's scalar. Same thing. Same exact thing. It's using pure dielectricity. So that's how this whole thing is working. That's how remote viewers can pick any point in time and space and view it instantaneously almost, because they're using the torsion field, or what science today calls the time field. It's the same thing. So that's how this whole thing is working. That's how your consciousness is able to project anywhere, yet remain outside of everywhere. If you like this video, please check out my other ones, and I hope I can explain more further. Thank you.